What's up, YouTube? We're back. How did the first ride go? That's what everybody wants to know, right? Well, it didn't go. It did not go. So I came in, started up the sled while I loaded Killer Bee onto the trailer, and came back, and this thing's chugging on 2 cylinders and basically sounded like it choked itself out. Like it was smelt to fuel, like it was completely rich. And I tried to grab it and pump the gas a few times, died. Tried to start it just a little bit and knew that it fouled the plug. So my worst fear of Apexes has always been fouling the plug, because you're like, why do you care about that? You put a turbo on it and a supercharger and a standalone ECU, and you worry about fouling the plug. Yeah, I worry about fouling the plug because, look at this. Where is the spark plug? Can you see a spark plug? I don't see a spark plug. They're so hard to get to. And this is after a mod sled. So the stock one has a bracket here and a headlight pod. You got to pull that and pull this panel. And so actually I can see, I lied. It's down there. It's down there. There it is. There's a coil. There's one. That's one of 4. And you got to basically worm your hand in here and a wrench, and there's no room. There's zero room. So yeah. So you might wonder, well, how do you follow a plug? Well, there's only really 2 ways to do it. The first way is if you start the sled up and the red template comes on and you don't let it warm up and you shut the sled back off. So say you're loading on a trailer. Don't do that. That'll follow the plug. The second one is a little more common. It happens when you put, a completely standalone ECU where the tables, you don't know where the values are supposed to go into what cells. So you're just hunting and pecking and trying to guess at the right cell. And if you don't have the right cell selected and you don't have it in closed loop fuel trimming, and you have the wrong value in there, then you can actually put too much fuel in there and actually follow the plug out. So just through the tune. So the second one probably impacts, most of you more than the first.
I'm picking up your sarcasm.
Well, I should hope so, because I'm laying it on pretty thick.
But that's how you follow a plug in an Apex. And so now I need to start the unnecessarily slow spark plug change process. I'm gonna insert my Austin Powers clip here.
Start.
All right, guard, begin the unnecessarily slow-moving dipping mechanism.
And we're gonna see if we can get the sled to start. I might actually just give it a whirl right now, just to see if it dried out, and fingers crossed I get lucky. So, be back. Okay, all doom and gloom aside with Bob. She's just been temperamental the last couple of years. I don't know what. But this guy, the Orange Flame, just started right up and ran. I didn't do anything to it. Remember I said I was gonna bulletproof it and do all that? And then it came in the fall and said it's getting close and I gotta do that. You haven't done anything, because I'm a lazy piece of shit. But this just fired up and it's running. It ran great. So we took it out, and my daughter got her permit, and it was her first time on Killer Bee by herself. And we were in the ditches. Some are groomed, but a lot of them were not groomed. And we had a blast, and she had a blast. And I tell you what, I forgot about Bob. I forgot about going fast. We were going 35 miles an hour. We had a little guy on a 200 within the group, but it was so fun to see her develop the passion, just like the rest of us. And so I had a blast. I mean, I was in the back and I got to see her, and she had her lean on, and she was doing everything right. She's looking on the roads crossing. The training that the DNR makes you do was pretty good. I'll admit that. And so I sat through it with her, and we went through it, and I talked about real world application of that and stuff like that. And you know what? It worked great. She's a pro. She really, really is a good rider. And it was on my birthday, or day after my birthday. So thanks, Lou. You were awesome. And I had a ton of fun. I was going to film it all. I had the whole camera rig set up on Bob, and Bob last minute did Bob things. So I didn't get any of it. I didn't get a single piece filmed. So, oh well, I just enjoyed myself. So, but here's an example of the conditions. Jeez, poor flat. I don't know. I almost feel sorry for the Flame here. I mean, look at this thing. Is this a 4-wheeler? So We didn't have a ton of snow here now. We had 4 inches, but they all blew in the ditches. So it was deep in the ditches, but you still had to cross roads. And I had my scratchers down, and it just throws debris. I mean, just throws debris up. And I didn't notice this until I came in here. All the snow melted. Oh, poor Flame. I might give you a wash. I might give him a wash. What do you think? What do you think? Should I take care of the Flame? Should I wash it up? I mean, last year did backup duty. We did over 500 miles. We did 70 miles on Sunday. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. What do I feel like? Butterflies in my stomach. Like, yeah, it's good. You're good. You're starting to be it. You're starting to do it. You're starting to be a snowmobile that I can count on. So anyway, like I said, none of that shit matters. I had a blast with my daughter. It was the coolest thing ever to see me and another buddy, been snowmobiling for 20 years, with our kids, riding their own sleds, and highly recommended. Super, super cool experience to be able to get them into it. She's already on her phone looking at the 40-degree weather this week saying, what the crap is this? Like, this is awful. We're going to melt all our snow. So true sledhead right there. I think I got a riding buddy, which is really, really cool. So anyway, back to Bob. All right. I may have a problem here, and I may be the biggest idiot in the world. Well, we know I'm the biggest idiot in the world, but I don't have fuel pressure. Look at this. That should be at, I think, 48. Pump is working. It shows that reads a little high. I siphoned out about 6 gallons because it was old fuel. And so I took 6 gallons out, filled an actual 6-gallon can. But maybe it's out of fuel. Your boy's an idiot. Give it some fuel, dummy. Oh man, idiot. Oh. I'll be right back. Yeah, so that happened. Yep, I'm an idiot. Oh, dudes, I don't know. Some days you gotta wonder. I could come up with give you a bunch of excuses. All the fuel is sitting right here, and just high enough for that. And had I not noticed my little fuel pressure gauge, like it shows there too now, that I would have been changing plugs without having to change plugs. So crisis averted, I guess. Looks like it's good to go. If I'm not such a moron, the sled will run just fine. So, that's a sigh of relief. I did do some more tuning. Got me a nice little data log here of like idle, and I'm trying to figure out some throttle sensitivity issues where if you really lightly tap the gas, it dies. And so I played with that and I got that kind of fixed. But again, I had that done last time, and as soon as I put it out of the trailer, it killed on me. So I might have to continue to play with that, but we're getting there. So in lighter news, I had my dad run to the place where I was hoping to get a dyno, and they said they're going to try to fit me in. So that is going to be a humongous opportunity for me. I want to try to be able to film it, number one, show you guys what it's like to dyno it. But number two, we're going to finally get this thing wrapped out and really find out what she can do, and of course measure the power. But I'm almost more looking forward to like all the mid-range tuning, partial load, that sort of stuff. So they're going to try to call me. They're thinking maybe in the next 2 weeks I can get up there. And if that's the case, my dad was nice enough to stop in and visit them personally, put a face to it, so they knew we weren't just some sort of Yahoo trying to use a dyno for a 600 sled or something that wasn't worth their time. So they're excited about it. They like the idea of the sled. So hopefully, unless we get more snow, that'll be the next video on Bob. And until then, now that I know that it's good, time for the flame. Later.